Does this look familiar? What's the matter with you? You look awful. I'm just super exhausted. I haven't been getting enough sleep. I can't get to sleep at night, and I can't wake up in the morning. It's miserable. Most people have dealt with exhaustion or sleeping problems in one form or another, and this is my story. Last year was my senior year of high school, and needless to say, I was pretty stressed, but I was also not getting a lot of sleep. I was having a really, really hard time falling to sleep at night, and then every morning it would be impossible for me to wake up. And so basically, I was just like always tired when I shouldn't be, and throughout the day a lot, and then not ready to go to sleep at night. So every night went something like this. And then every morning ended up like this. So I was pretty miserable, and I talked to Christina Amelong at the Optimal Health Center, and she suggested that I do a Adrenal Stress Index Test, which is basically like a saliva test. So I had to take some saliva samples throughout the day at different times to kind of like monitor like my cortisol levels and levels of other things such as insulin. And then basically the results showed that indeed my levels of cortisol were messed up, and my circadian rhythm was just totally screwed up to the point where so the way it's supposed to be is your cortisol levels are highest in the early morning, and then throughout the day they get lower and lower until a couple hours after you go to sleep they're the lowest, and then they get higher and higher again. And mine was messed up, so it was much higher when I was going to sleep and much lower when I was waking up, and so I was having a really hard time waking up and a really hard time going to sleep. And so Christina recommended that I take some herbal supplements, which I was able to get from the Optimal Health Center, and I believe I took Romania and ashwagandha and licorice, and I took them, I think, every morning and every night, and they didn't taste so great, but after a few weeks of taking them, I definitely noticed a difference. It was really incredible. I was able to get to sleep. I was much better rested, and at a certain point, I just didn't have to take them anymore because they had done what they had to do. They regulated my cortisol levels, and I was largely able to go to sleep at night and wake up in the morning without too much trouble, and I felt a lot better. So that is my experience. If you've struggled with this kind of health issue or others, I would definitely recommend checking out the Optimal Health Center. I'll put a link down there, and I hope you enjoyed my story.